A first-of-its-kind trial in our nation starts in Fort Worth tomorrow. 9 people go on trial for a July 4th attack on an ICE detention center in Alvarado. Hi, and good evening. I'm Steve Eager. The government says the incident was a planned, coordinated attack on federal law enforcement that injured a police officer. Fox 4 Sean Rabb has more now, live. Sean.
Yeah, the government says that incident at the Prairieland ICE holding facility was not some protest idea that went bad, but the political ideology of Antifa to overthrow the government. And it's a trial the nation will be watching.
It was a planned ambush with the intent to kill ICE corrections officers. Make no mistake, this was not a so-called peaceful protest.
The government says that July 4th attack at the ICE Prairieland Detention Center in Alvarado was not a peaceful protest gone awry, but rather a planned ambush by members of a North Texas Antifa cell. Fireworks sparked, buildings and vehicles were damaged and vandalized, unarmed ICE officers fired upon. An Alvarado police officer answering a 911 call at the facility was hit in the neck. He survived. Nearly 24 were arrested. Of that group, 9 are going to trial. The government says they're part of a North Texas Antifa cell, an ideological group labeled domestic terrorist in September. Guns, ammunition, body armor, and more was recovered. Encrypted messages were used for communication. And the government says it found what it calls insurrectionist materials, items the U.S. Attorney says shows ties to Antifa, a group with political ideology to overthrow the government.
They found flyers such as "Fight ICE Terror with Class War," "Free all political prisoners." One of them was entitled "Organizing for Attack, Insurrection, Anarchy."
Former federal prosecutor John Tickle says the burden of proof will be on the government, but the defense will have to counter what feds bring out in court.
They're going to have to try to distance themselves from this Antifa label, as well as, well, wait a minute, these people were organizing. Yes, they did this, but my guy didn't know, or my girl didn't know this, didn't know that, didn't plan on it. Yeah, they were there to protest.
That, says Tickle, will be an ongoing battle for the defense, as well as 5 of those arrested accepted plea deals and are expected to testify at the trial of the 9 defendants.
Question is, to what extent are they going to point the fingers at others? What information do they have that is over and above what the government didn't know?
And the encrypted messages, John Tickle says, will also be a very big part of the evidence the government brings out. It's a first-of-its-kind trial for defendants labeled as Antifa. 9 people facing domestic terrorism charges that could send them to federal prison for at least 10 years.
All right, Sean, likely you'll be covering that a lot in the coming days and weeks. Thank you, sir.